Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you my favourite products that I found in 2020. Probably not all of them came out in 2020, but they're ones that I discovered and I completely fell in love with. So yeah, keep watching if you'd like to know what products I found and what I loved. So I think it was in June, a company called Plouise actually started a competition where it was you had to recreate one of the Plouise makeup looks that was on their Instagram, and you had to get 10,000 likes in a week. And I luckily done it, and if you did win, you get her whole collection, and it was amazing. I loved every single bit. But I did fall in love with the P. Louise base. So the one that I have is in the base 02. It's what I always use on my eyes. I find that it keeps the base on, it keeps the product on, it makes the colours pop. They have so many shades, it's actually crazy. So it goes from one to the other. And you have like a white base, so if you wanted to do really colourful eyeshadows, that's really good to use. I use the number 2. I think I've got number 3 on today just because I've got a bit of tan on. But I find that they are amazing and they've got quite a good coverage. So if you've got veiny eyelids like I do, it will cover that, no problem. So moving on to the eyeshadows, I actually loved the P. Louise Worldy palette. This wasn't in the whole collection at the time. This came out afterwards and I saw it and I thought, you know what, I need them because blues and greens are literally my favourite colour. If you look on my Instagram, there's a lot of blue on there, but this palette, sorry, just had a little bit of fall out there. Ow! This palette. Ow! This palette, look at those colours. You can see everything going on here. Those colours are absolutely stunning. My nose looks really long. I find that these colours, they're so pigmented, they're really good to blend, and there's quite a good variation. So you've got some like brownie colours, you've got different. So if you like more natural, obviously if you do natural all the time, I wouldn't suggest this because you can kind of see, but you've got quite a different variation. So you've obviously got the lovely blues, the greens, some shimmers. The shimmers are lovely as well, and then you've got some browns, some oranges. It's just a great palette, and the colours, the pigmentation, the lasting of the colours, I think they're just amazing. So I would definitely say this was one of my favourite palettes of 2020. Now I'm going to go on to some lashes and liners. So recently this year I thought, you know what, I'm going to start doing some winged eyeliner just on itself. When I do my creative looks, I don't usually put liner on them. I don't know why, I just don't. I think I get a bit scared. If I like the look, I'm like, I don't want the eyeliner to go wrong. So if I'm just wearing some lashes like I am today with some liner, I will do that, just kind of that kind of thing. And I use it for work quite a lot. But I went into Boots and then I came across the Too Faced Better Than Sex liquid eyeliner, and I've really loved this. It's really dark, it's really easy just to glide along the line, and I've just found that it stays on really well and it doesn't really transfer for me. I think because I do powder my eyes and under my eyes, but the thing is it still doesn't for me. So I really do like this one. And then on the same day that I bought that eyeliner, I got the Damn Girl Too Faced mascara. This is what it looks like. The applicator looks a bit scary and chunky, but it is really good, and I've actually run out of this now. I absolutely loved it. I thought it made my eyelashes look so long, so voluminous, and they separated them as well. Normally with that type of applicator, I get a bit scared if it's going to make the lashes look clumpy, but it really didn't. So I was really happy with that. And then for some actual stick-on lashes, my 100% best find this year was the company My Cult Lashes. I did actually mention them in my last video and use their lashes. I've actually got a pair on today, but I unfortunately don't know the name of them. But they come like this. Obviously, they don't have a box. I'm not sure if they have the option to have a box, but they don't come with a box. But if you hear the price, like £2.70 or £1 something, I'm not complaining about having no box. These lashes are so fluffy and they just look so good. The ones that I've gotten today are really nice. I really like them. But yeah, definitely My Cult Lashes. That's their Instagram handle. So I would check them out because they are amazing. I also want to make a quick mention. This is also another product from Plouise. It was the Plouise collaboration with Mama Mitchell, and it's their Acid Rain collection. And this one is the blank canvas, and this is honestly amazing for cut creases. So if you want to have a defined cut crease, and say if you're going to use like a pop of colour, or you just want this as your cut crease, that colour, it's amazing. They just look like little acrylic paints, to be fair, and you just push them up. A lot of people I see put them on their hand and go like that, but I find that you just lose so much product. So all I do is I just push it up a tiny bit and get my flat brush and just go along and then put it on my eyes. With these, you leave them on for 60 seconds, I think. Well, that's what I do, so they can dry, so then you won't have any creasing when you're doing your makeup. Now onto some eyebrow products. So I found this company on Instagram this year. So it's last year, Rhea, come on, get with it. It's the Pink Honey brand. This is the Super Hold, and it's amazing. It's literally like it's just a little honey pot. It looks like this inside. It's got a circle in the middle, and you just get a little like spoolie. I spray it with some setting spray just so it gets a little bit damp, and then I whisk it around in there and then just brush my brows through. So with this one, you can get the bushy brows look, you can get just a nice firm look, so say if you just want to make sure that they stay in place. So I normally do make them sticky uppy, go like that, and then go over and just curve them round. They are amazing, and I really like the smell. It reminds me of like Tiger Balm type thing, I don't know, but yeah, a definite love of 2020. So now I'm going to be talking about some primers. So this year I found two primers that I really like. One of them is quite a popular one. A lot of people talk about it, and it's the Smashbox, the Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer. So if I feel like my pores are really not working with me, or say if I've got like a horrible nasty spot or something like that, I don't know, I like to put this on over that because I find that it just blurs it out, makes it look nice, and it doesn't make my foundation look really textured. Like with some silicone primers, I find that it makes it tear away or kind of move, and we don't want that, we really don't. But that's one that I have loved. And this one is the Bare Minerals Good Hydrations. I've used this so much because I find that on my nose, my face is a whole weird combination. It's the combination skin, but 1 minute I can be really dry on my nose, and then later on I'll be oily. I think a lot of people get that, but then I use this to kind of counteract it. So I'll use my primer. This one's a really nice feeling primer. It's quite thick, and you can feel that it's got like a tackiness to it, so it keeps your foundation on longer. But yeah, I use that, and then I go in with a powder over the top once I've put my foundation on, just to kind of balance it out so it don't move or slide anywhere during the day. So there's been a few different foundations that I have loved in 2020. It was a tie between the Maybelline Superstay foundation. I absolutely loved that. And the Double Wear foundation. So I used to try this one years ago, but I always used to really hate the way it looked on my skin. So it was in my drawer, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it again, and I don't know what happened, but I ended up loving it. I know it's quite a popular one. A lot of people do love this. I actually sell this at where I work, and I thought I'm going to try it, and I just loved it. So I'd say if you wanted a cheaper dupe, I'd say go for the Superstay Maybelline foundation, because that one is still amazing, but I think I was just so shocked. And this foundation has so many shades as well, which is good and which is what we need. So for this year, for concealer, I have been using the Fit Me concealer. I do like it, I do think it's nice, but I don't know, I feel like I want something a bit more full coverage. Obviously I know that hasn't got the best coverage, but I do want something that has more coverage. I have been putting some polls on Instagram, seeing what other people like to use. So I think in 2020 it's going to be my goal to look for a concealer that I really like. So for powder, I have been loving the Laura Mercier powder. My sister actually got me this, and I was so grateful because I always talked about it because I used to watch YouTube and everyone saying that they loved this so much, and I thought I would love to have that. It just looked so good and it sounded so good, and it lived up to my expectation. It doesn't have any flashback, it goes on nicely, it doesn't make my under eyes crease, it doesn't make my skin go too dry. And yeah, this is the one in the translucent one, and it is a godsend. I loved it so much and I would totally recommend this. Now, these two products I found later on in the year. I got them in the Black Friday sale on Beauty Bay. I mentioned them in my last video, and it is the Beauty Bay's bronzers and blush. So I've got the coral blush and the fawn bronzer, and I could not fault them at all, especially for the price. I think I paid like £4 because it was in the sale as well. It's just an amazing bronzer. I've got it on today actually, and it just doesn't make me look orange. Would be funny if everyone goes, yeah, you look orange, but it doesn't make me look orange. It makes me have the warmth that I want on my skin, and it blends out really nicely. I actually use a Plouise like bronzer brush. It's a brush that I looked at and thought, how could you use that for a bronzer? But I actually love it. Just to show you, it's this brush. It's the 662 contour brush. So I literally use that. I pat it on first and then I just go around and blend it, and it's an amazing brush. So if you want this brush, just go on the P. Louise site, or I'm sure other brands do them, but I really love this one and it just feels so nice and just flexible. And then for the blusher one, this is what the colour looks like. It's got such nice colour to it. Obviously you can have it really strong if you want, or you can put a little bit on, just have a little bit of colour to the cheeks. I've actually got it on today. I've just put it on here and here and on my nose, and then I go in with this brush afterwards and just blend it in so it's not too strong. But if I'm having a crazy makeup day, then this goes really strong everywhere. So this is a highlighting product I'm going to show you now, and it's by Fenty Beauty, and it's Rose on Ice Fairy Bomb. Literally looks like this. Looks like this. It's quite dark, but when it hits the light, it is gorgeous. So I normally mix this, so I'll put this on first, and then I'll go in with a little bit of a lighter highlighter just so it can blend into my skin. But it is beautiful. My boyfriend's sister actually bought it for me for Christmas, but she demanded that I opened it early, so I did find it. Well, yeah, Christmas is in 2020, don't mind me. But yeah, I found this at Christmas and it was amazing, so thank you to Maisie. And for my lips, this is a combination that I use all the time. No, I haven't used it today. I've used one of the products, but not the other. So if I'm doing quite a glam, crazy eye makeup, I kind of don't want the lips to distract it too much. So this is my go-to, and it's kind of my go-to for if I'm going out, which you can't at the moment, or if I'm just going somewhere. And it's the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink lip gloss, and this is lip gloss like a liquid lipstick in the shade Driver. It just has that applicator. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And then the other one is the Fenty Beauty lip gloss, and this is amazing. I've got it on now actually, and it lasts so long. For a gloss, glosses always go quite quickly, but this lasts really nicely on the lips and it doesn't feel too sticky. So normally when you go like that with a gloss, you'll feel like it's sticky and horrible, and this doesn't have that. And this is the Fenty Glow Gloss Bomb, and honestly I'd recommend it. It's amazing. Just a little top up. It's great, and it smells nice too. And then my last product that I found in 2020 and completely loved is the Iconic London, the Prep Set and Glow Spray. This is so beautiful. Does it say what shade? It's the original one. I think that's just the shade. So with this, you just shake it up and then it just shows this beautifulness right there. I actually bought it so I could use it on my holiday, and it just, obviously I couldn't have the holiday, but I've just been using it now, and then when we can eventually go, I'm definitely going to be getting another one because this is just so stunning, and you can put it on your body, you can put it on your face, and it just makes you look glowy. So I hope you enjoyed my video where I told you my favourite products from 2020. Hopefully in 2021 there'll be many more products that I can try and fall in love with as well. Obviously a concealer is on the list. Let me know down below if there's any products that you've found that you've loved, so obviously I can try out and everyone else can know. So yeah, thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, give it a like down below, and if you want to see any more of my videos, then please make sure you subscribe and put on the notification bell. So yeah, thank you for watching everyone.